Hello, everybody.
Cheers! Boy, this is a long overdue happy hour, isn't it?
We haven't done a happy hour in a long time.
Goodness.
But we have a good reason to.
Yeah, we have some things to be happy about.
Our new light glasses. And as you can tell, we're back.
Yes. Some of you are aware of what happened, and others are not.
I had a phone call today. It's like, oh my God, you guys scared the shit out of me. Haven't heard from you for over 2 weeks. So
Yes. What happened is Watchtower went after our channel. We ended up getting 9 copyright strikes against the boys in Pennsylvania. And we actually challenged. We were ready to fight Watchtower. What's interesting in all of this is that they would have had to send their lawyers to New Mexico, to this county, to fight it. But we were willing to fight it because the copyright laws are in our favor. And I find it really, really interesting that the Watchtower Bible Tract Society, through the idiot Rutherford, goes all the way to the Supreme Court to fight for their right to, preach from door to door, preach on Sundays, whatever the hell it was. And yet this United States Supreme Court grants us the right to do our analysis of
parody,
whatever you want to call it, against Watchtower, and then they violate our Supreme Court right by giving us copyright strikes.
And what was interesting is one of the copyright strikes was on a talk that Anthony Morris gave in Helsinki. It wasn't even a JW.org video. So we did a counterclaim against all 9 videos and quoted the fair use notice, which we always use at the beginning of our videos. And then YouTube sent the information to Watchtower, and they had 10 to 14 business days to file a suit against us. And if YouTube did not hear anything, they would restore our channel. So we got the notice today, and this is what the notice says. I was so happy to get this. I had to call Mikey at work. Dear Kim, Mikey, in accordance with the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, we've completed processing your counter notification. The following videos have been restored unless you have deleted them. And they've restored every single one of them. And something else too is there was a hold on our channel to where we could not upload any more videos. And that is why we started the other channel. And for those of you who don't know, it's Kim Mikey 2.0, all one word. And we're actually going to keep that channel just in case this happens again and we need it. Yes,
and when you have some time, we put up 4, 5, 6 videos on that channel, and there's some really good ones. We uploaded one just this very morning about Freemasonry. We did a nail in the coffin that, friends, it's absolutely heart-wrenching. The gentleman that sent us the story asked if I could read a scripture, and I couldn't get through that scripture without breaking down. I just couldn't do it. It's really, really heart-wrenching. And then also we have, some of you might notice that there's an invitation up here in the form of a sheep. We had a hoot doing that. That video is entitled, "We Don't Need Your Stinking Videos to Do Our Activism." Yes. And man, we got so many good comments and calls on that one about how everybody had to stop the video and just they couldn't contain themselves with the laughter.
And thank you everybody so much for your cards and your words of encouragement and your love and support during our little purgatory, I guess you would call it, or limbo.
But Watchtower can't stop any of us because we have the Supreme Court law, the Fair Use Act, on our side.
And thank you so much. We had a lot of people contacting us, and telling us, what the law was and explaining it, and what the legalities. And there was a question too, with Watchtower being a non-profit organization, do they really have a copyright right?
Exactly.
So,
well, yeah, it's like, how do you copyright God? Come on. How do you copyright God?
Well, how do you copyright the Bible?
How do you yeah, exactly.
But they've done that.
Yes, they have.
See, that's why they have their own version.
Yeah. But
So we're back.
Yes.
And this has not gotten us down.
No. And with the video that we uploaded this morning regarding Freemasonry, I know a lot of you haven't watched that, but Kim and I actually had to do that video twice because we had so much information.
It was getting complicated and
Yes,
long.
very getting complicated. And I think we ended up spending like an hour and a half doing it, and then we went and had dinner, and I thought, you know what, we need to simplify it. And as it was, it still ended up being almost a 50-minute video. But what I'm going to do, and when you go back, if you go back and watch that particular video also, you'll see that Kim and I have Albert Pike's Freemason book, Morals and Dogma. That book is not for the public. I have a copy of that, and I've had it for quite some time.
Best $20 investment we've made.
Along with a lot of other Freemason books by prominent Freemasons. But I also end up getting the book, The Secret Teachings of Masonic Lodge, by John Ankerberg and John Weldon. This is from a Christian's perspective. So what we're going to do, instead of doing all this information in the one video, we're going to take bits and pieces in our videos and just do one or two things, so that you're not over inundated or overwhelmed with information. And what the purpose of this is to show you, friends, that even though the Watchtower Bible Tract Society are not official Freemasons, they mirror Freemasons so close, it's almost freakish. I'm going to read from this book on page 18, just a couple of paragraphs, under the subheading, excuse me, the Blue Lodge, the Scottish Rite, and the York Rite. Now, as I read this, think about how it mirrors the Watchtower Bible Tract Society. The Blue Lodge is the parent or mother lodge of Freemasonry. Oh, how many times have we heard the Watchtower Bible Tract Society that you have to view the organization as mother? Okay? The Blue Lodge, in the Blue Lodge are conferred the first 3 degrees. The entered apprentice, or, the Bible study. It's pretty simple. Where a man is initiated into the beginning mysteries of the fraternity of Freemasonry. Well, when you begin studying the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses, you're beginning to learn the teachings of the Watchtower Bible Tract Society. 2, the degree of fellow craft. Now, if you go back and watch that video that I did on Freemasonry, you will hear me say that the craft is
the art of deception.
The art of deception. Thank you. I've had a long day at work and I'm a little slow right now, but it's the art of deception. And this Watchtower Bible Tract Society has mastered that art. And I use a really good illustration in that video to show that point. Point 3, the Master Mason degree. Before they may proceed to the higher degrees, all men must go through the first degrees of the Blue Lodge. But it is possible to go through only the first, through only the first 1 or 2 degrees. After passing the 3 degrees of the Blue Lodge, the candidate may choose not to proceed any further. Now that's just like the Watchtower Bible Tract Society, because you get your Bible study, you begin to master some of the theocratic language, and then you get baptized and you become a full-fledged member of the Watchtower Bible Tract Society. At that point, you can either choose to progress further to auxiliary pioneer, regular pioneer, ministerial servant, elder. See, you can climb the ladder, but if you're just happy with being the John Q publisher, the rank and file, that's your choice. And the same thing is mirrored in Freemasonry. But the candidate may choose to proceed higher along one or both of the branches of Masonry. One branch is known as the Scottish Rite, which advances you to 32, 33 degrees. But this I've got highlighted, and this absolutely mirrors Watchtower. Anyone who passes the first 3 degrees, now remember, getting baptized. When you get baptized as a Jehovah's Witness, that is equivalent to the 3rd degree of Freemasonry. Okay, so anyone who passes the first 3 degrees and becomes a Master Mason or a baptized dedicated Jehovah's Witness may visit other Blue Lodges, may visit any other Kingdom Hall. We all know that. If a Mason is suspended or expelled from his Blue Lodge, that automatically severs his connection with all other Masonic bodies.
What does that sound like?
Watchtower and Babel, or the Watchtower and Bible Cult Society, mirrors that to a T. See, you can get baptized. Once you get baptized, if you get disfellowship, say like, in Tijeras Canyon, New Mexico, we're not welcomed to talk to any other Jehovah's Witness worldwide. And this gentleman's bringing out in this book, Masons practice the same thing. Do you see the mirror image between Masonry, Watchtower Bible Tract Society? I'm about halfway through the book, and I have highlighted a ton of tidbits that absolutely mirror. I mean, my goodness, with what I've read so far, you might as well just put a mirror between Freemasonry and the Watchtower Bible Tract Society, and they are one in the same. Simple as that. So I'm going to leave you with that. Let's go on to more happy things.
Yes, more happy stuff. Because of the extreme growth, there's more Kingdom Hall closings.
Yes.
I almost made you
I know.
spit out your beer.
Here again, you'd have to go back to Kim Mikey 2.0 to see where some of this is actually coming from. Because I actually make a statement with the way Watchtower's been having their circuit overseers deliver this information. With the extreme growth, we have found it necessary to merge more congregations. And I come out and I said something like, mark my words, the next circuit overseer is going to say, what was it that I said? Do you remember? Miraculous growth. There we go. With the miraculous growth, we have found it necessary to merge more congregations. This is just absolutely getting ridiculous with these guys right now. They are in full panic mode.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have Zeb's video here, but he said it was Jehovah and Injustice. It was where he went into one of the Kingdom Halls, and he called and told us that video was shot inside the Bend, Oregon Kingdom Hall. That congregation has just been dissolved.
Oh, it's miraculous that these things are full, and they're having to close the Kingdom Halls.
So I'm going to put the link down below since I didn't, Mikey kind of caught me off guard here. But I'm going to put the link down below to that video. And thank you so much, Zeb, sweetie. I was thinking, I wonder if because you went into that Kingdom Hall, everybody started waking up and leaving, and that's why they had to close the congregation.
Maybe. We like to hope so. We certainly like to hope so.
And he also told me that Redmond, Oregon, yes, there was 2 congregations in Redmond, Oregon, and they did just merge into one. Okay, he says, yeah, the name of his video is Jehovah Incapable of Justice. Okay, the Bend, Oregon, they used to have 4 congregations. Now they're down to 2.
The Watchtower and Bible Cult Society is definitely shrinking.
Yeah.
Kind of give everybody heads up. We've got some more secret stuff that was leaked to us, secret recordings that we're trying to work through the audio. Oh my goodness, there is no doubt in my mind that some of these elders absolutely know what's going on behind the closed doors. They know, guys. They really, really know. Yeah.
And I want to thank everybody for leaking me this. It just takes me a little bit to work with the audio because, like I said, it's, a bad quality, and I'm having a heck of a time getting the volume high enough, for us to be able to hear. And also I wanted to give Dr. Richmond a shout out and thank them for the sheep invitation. We had way too much fun. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, there again, you'll have to go find Kim Mikey 2.0. You don't have to necessarily subscribe to watch the videos. We're just glad that we're back here on this main channel. And
yeah, because many of you have been wondering where we have been. You know, what happened to Kim and Mikey. And many of you have done your best to spread the word, you know, that what had happened about Watchtower wanting to, you know, take us down and shut us up and giving us 9 copyright strikes.
9!
Talk about overkill.
Yeah.
Really, No Face?
Yeah, really?
Next time, check with your legal department about the fair use law.
Yeah, you know what? Well, you know what? Here's the thing. You know, for 2 weeks, Kim and I have been trying to figure out what's Watchtower endgame in all of this. Because, you know what? This particular channel has been up for 4 years. And there hasn't been one issue regarding copyright. But then all of a sudden, you know, within a matter of 2 days, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 days.
On our anniversary, no less.
Yeah. And we were trying to figure out why. You know, if we seem to have been singled out in most of this. I know Christian and Katya got a copyright strike. But there might actually be something really behind that we're not going to divulge right now. But we got to thinking and wondering why Watchtower was doing this, and it actually came from Pennsylvania, Watchtower, not New York, Pennsylvania. And we'd speculated a little bit, and we also thought about this too, that within the first couple of days, we didn't have very many new subscribers, and within a week's time, we had like 1,000 to 1,300 subscribers. But the views on the videos were up into the 5,000s, 8, 9,000. And it's like, I wonder if Watchtower was trying to use this channel as a gauge to see how many people were awake. Because let's face it, you know, surveys these days aren't cutting it no more. Surveys just ain't cutting it any longer. So what other way can Watchtower kind of gauge? Because Watchtower knows that many of us are already out. We have no problem hitting the subscribe button. It's the Jehovah's Witness that is sitting in silence in that Kingdom Hall that's fully awake cannot hit that subscribe button because they might out themselves through social media. So we kind of played around with that, kind of wondered if maybe that's why Watchtower was doing it, to kind of get a feel for how many awake Jehovah's Witnesses are actually out there. It's just speculation. It's fun to speculate. It's fun to kind of look at this. It's also
maybe
even
they
more
were just
fun
trying
to be
to
back.
shut you up.
Maybe. But hey, No Face. Really? After 4 years you haven't learned by now you can't shut me up? My goodness.
And we're not going to lay down and take it either. We're going to fight for it. You know, we're going to fight. But for those of you who haven't seen it yet, and Alexandra James has done a wonderful article, 2-parter, breaking news out of Canada. There's a child abuse. This is a class action suit that has just been filed in Canada against Watchtower. Now, anyone who has been abused in Canada, AJ has it on her site, jwvictims.org, and there's a form there you can fill out and get to be part of this class action suit against Watchtower. $66 million.
Yeah.
And I've got the news link to it on our new channel. And I don't know when I'll get a chance to put it up on this one. But it's called Canada's Child Abuse Lawsuit Against Watchtower. And let's hope and pray this goes through because it could be unprecedented.
Yeah. Yeah, and, you know, for those that think that this XJW community can't come together enough to crawl out of a wet paper bag, think again. Think again, because we are united enough to have a huge effect against this cult. It may not come down overnight, but it's coming down, and they're feeling the pinch. Especially with what's being done on YouTube.
Yes. And the audio that I am working on for the judicial hearing, one of the elders does admit to watching the Australian Royal Commission.
Yeah.
But then he turns around and defends Watchtower. And there's some other disturbing things
Yeah.
that he says too that I don't even want to bring up because we'll do that in a separate video.
Yes.
So, I just hope I can get the audio, fixed to where we can all hear it.
Yes.
Because it's some pretty disturbing stuff. And like Mike said at the beginning, these elders know.
They know.
They're not in the dark of what's going on in
Nope.
Watchtower. They know.
know.
They're company men, and they will defend the organization and its funds no matter what.
Yeah. No matter what.
They don't care about the victims.
No, and if we can get the audio cleared up enough, you will hear. You'll hear that. They won't say it verbatim. We don't care. But there's dialogue going on that you can actually hear coming out of the elder's mouth. That they don't even care about the victims.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't even care.
Yes.
So.
I think that's it.
Well, except for one thing.
Glad to be back, though.
Yes, we're glad to have this channel back with all of our viewers and subscribers. Not that we're about numbers, because we're not.
But we've missed you guys.
Yeah, on this particular channel. You need to go back, find Kim Mikey 2.0 and look at what we did there.
I'll just
I'll
put the link to our new channel down below so that you can see the videos we've done in the past 2 weeks.
Yes. And
wouldn't want you to miss any of them.
no, especially the one with the invitation.
Too much fun.
Yes. But I have a little message for all of our friends that are going to be participating in New York come November 4th and 5th. I know what you guys are going to be doing. And Kim and I really wish we could be there. Because you guys are going to be there for one reason and one reason only. You're there to kick the living crap out of the Watchtower and Babel Cult Society. But I have one request. If you guys are going there to do that, please don't bring the bubble gum, because kicking someone's ass and chewing bubble gum ain't gonna work. Leave the bubble gum at home.
Wow.
Give them hell, guys. You have our full support. If there's anything Kim and I can do in the meantime, and Kim and I are planning on hitting the Kingdom Hall in Rio Rancho. We're not quite sure how we're going to do that yet. Those of you that have followed our channel for some time, you know that a couple years ago, when Watchtower first started coming out with the literature carts, I actually took one of our suitcases and kind of mocked up my own little literature cart. Maybe we'll just do that and set it across the Rio Rancho Kingdom Hall, so that as they're driving out, they're going to be looking at us head on.
Yes.
But guys, give them hell, and please, please be safe.
Be careful.
Please be safe in all of this, because you ultimately are dealing with a cult that would just as soon see harm come to you than good.
Yeah.
They would just as soon see harm come to you. So please be safe. In the Mountain Man era, they always said, watch your top knot and mind your scalp. Watch your top knot and mind your scalp. Be safe, guys, please.
Yes. And we love all of you, and thanks again. Welcome to all our new subscribers. My goodness, we've gotten a couple of hundred subscribers just since our channel has been in limbo.
Yeah,
so thank
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
And welcome
to our brand of insanity and our shock and mock.
Yes. And send love to all of our old subscribers too, and everybody on Facebook. The love and support has just been overwhelming. So
been very
thank
tremendous.
you.
Thank you.
And no, we are not down and depressed.
No.
It actually invigorated us and said, we're a threat to Watchtower. Awesome.
Cheers to that, no face.
Yeah. In fact, when I was talking to Jason Zelda and told him, he says, oh, you think they'll come after me too? I says, I don't know.
Who knows?
They might. And he was actually looking forward to it. So
yeah, but there again, there's nothing Watchtower can do, because the United States Supreme Court is absolutely on our side in this copyright issue.
Yeah, and like YouTube mentioned in their email to us, the millennial digital law.
Yeah.
So copyright law.
Yeah.
So that's obviously a new one.
It's on our side, guys. So
yes.
don't Don't let Watchtower get either you down or any of us down. The law is on our side, and we have every right to do what we're doing, particularly as it pertains to this religious cult.
Yeah. So keep up the fine fight. Tongue twister. And we'll hopefully be seeing you again real soon.
Bye.
Bye.